Holy Spirit, angels, ancestors, guides, and team of the highest light and resonance, thank you for raising me out of my bed. Thank you for this blessed Allegro Monday. Divine masculine, make it hot. Divine feminine, make it hot. I said spirit, make it hot. What's up, my unit? Blessings. Happy new week. The gift. I'm getting this vibe. Message of concern. I'm getting this vibe of a mixture of the Taurus Scorpio energy. We're in Gemini now. Shout out to all my Geminis. And the Cancer vibes are rolling in. You know, and it's bringing me back to 2020. Right? Even last year is playing in a significance, right? Take it back to last year, right? Where things were in a certain situation where it looked a little bit better, right? The privileged energy, right? Whether you were privileged last year and things changed for 2025, right? Or you weren't privileged last year, but here in 2025, you feel, something hits. But this is going back, giving the 555 energy. Yeah. 555. Who's been seeing 555? Who's been seeing 222? You see, in 2020, when the illusion hit, blessings. When the illusion hit and everybody was forced to go to sleep, a lot of people went to sleep. But at the same time, few were chosen and calling and awakened. You feel me? Right? You're sitting there about they are not like us, they are not like us. Right? Unexpected income. Why is this really not like say hello to you. Are you expecting me to take my hands away from my cards and give you all the attention? Nice to meet you. Right. Nice to meet you. And at this time too, this Gemini energy, right? That everything is said to you is going to be a concern, right? Respectively. Right? The adjudication energy going back and forth. Right? Right? Concern. Right? Anything can be said at a time. Right? It's how you address things. Right? Thief. This is a simple time when I said this Scorpio energy and Gemini, what's going to happen is that people are going to say things and it's going to rob you of your opportunities because now they're living rent-free in your mind. Despair. Right? Mature. And when you're on a path, imprisonment on your own, and you feel stuck in your box and you're ready to make a move, and you're going to go out there and you're going to discuss certain things or mention certain things, people are going to have opinions and perspectives, adjudication, and some are going to even feel like they have the answer. But I want you to remember, my unit, right? This is your problem. Message of concern. This is your problem. And the only way you're going to deal with it on your pathway is to remember truly how you feel and what you know. Sudden wealth. You feel it, 777. Don't give a what anybody has to say. Right? You have to go down this path on your own. You have to go and see it. You feel it in your gut. And you've been here before where you haven't followed that. And there's a gift again. Right? I don't care who it is. See what I'm saying? I don't care what it is. If you feel good about it, go with it. Right? If you feel like this is some shit, believe that. It's going to keep you straight. Sudden wealth. And some of this could just drop suddenly. Like you may think you may need to wait for it. Why it's hard to make a decision. As soon as you make that, boom. It could be like in a couple of hours the next day. Right? You have to free up them family room. Despair. You have to free it up. Mature, man. Some of you, this is your message too. Why you need to poverty. Why you need to move out. Cancer season's about the home. It's about you getting out now and living on your own because you're not like your family. Simple. Right? You see people who are in love with being broke, in love with doing the same thing all the time, in love with, like, you see that you're not like them on your own journey. Different expectations in life. But one thing I found, right, adjudication, right? If others are going to have expectations for you, it's only fair that you have expectations for others. And you have to learn and see, engage your self-worth to see if you are even at that level of even committing to that type of situation. Because you see the imprisonment energy, that's where the loops go back in. You said yes when it's really a no. Right? The house. Right? Or courtship. The first time you said no, it's like you never said yes. What are we talking about? Courtship. Okay. Pathway. 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 I'm telling you, my unit. People don't know how to do their own thing and follow their, like, you see what I'm saying? The battle of the shadow and the light right now within the self. And have so many conversations on the outside. Right? But it's like sometimes I find people don't really want to have the right ones. Because after you hear that, after spirit it really speaks to you, right? You have a move to make. So be careful around this Gemini energy where you're just feeling comfortable talking about the same shit so that you don't have to do anything about it. Right? It's like your eye is on the target and you're ready to let go, but you're asking everybody else if you like what? They can't see how precise your vision is. That's what I'm saying. There's something here, maybe you don't trust it. That's okay. You don't need to let go, but you do need to just you need to square. You feel me? And then boom, you take a chance. And if you miss, take one on out again. Try again. Cock it back. And bullseye. Talk to the ones around you. They even know that you have a lot of practice. They believe that you're going to hit that target. So while you're still out here asking others, false person, and they're saying, yeah, oh, square up your feet, open up, bring up your elbow, look, this is it, drop your head, bring up your shoulder, all these little things, like, all this fixate, right? Keeping you from your sudden wealth. Thief. Can't make this up. Occupation. Know your place, my unit. When you know your place, I know my place. Right? Sudden wealth. Right? I'm not here for people to talk to me. Right? I talk to people. You see what I'm saying? But no wonder why people don't chat to you, because you don't reply. Right? I'm not in a profession to reply like that. This ain't a real personal setting. You see what I'm saying? what I do is I speak. If you choose to listen, right? Imprisonment, right? And then the Gemini energy is if you want to be, if you want a personal, right? A solo. You're gonna say we have to communicate these things, right? Watch how you talk to people, right? How many times are you gonna try to work on your communication and you're gonna get the gaslighting at this time? It's how you said it. After a while, my unit, you're just gonna have to be very firm. I work in customer service. I'm talking to people and I'm just repeating myself to make sure that they understand something, or making sure that they heard me, because I see the attitude and the disregard. Or I simply know it's because of my tone and my calmness. I got asked the other day if I'm having a bad day. I'm like, oh, because I just want to make sure that you understand something. I'm getting like, I'm having a bad day, right? This type of gaslighting, that's right, my unit. Slap that up as kind as you can. Mature, man. Because I want to know how you be saying they are not like us. Like, this is just sitting down, like a place of color, a place of listening. What I listen to, what I wear, what we eat. Right? What are you willing? How much love is in your heart? Despair. I felt that, like more love in your heart, the abundance around you comes in. It's not just about financial. So this is the perfect time to make sure what's the communication that's going in and out, right? The affirmations, right? Even the conflict, right? It's conflict resolution time within the Gemini, right? Right? It can come to the table, but we're coming. The adjudication energy is for resolution, right? Mature parties. If you need a mediator, make sure that one is good as well, right? But don't back down from the conversations that you need to have as well, because you're going to hold yourself in a space of content, and you're going to forget. There we go, the inner child, throat chakra. Everybody's grown until it's time to have a conversation. Privilege.
Okay. Yeah.
This energy also picks up on the Scorpio energy that I felt, where you keep speaking about your greatness, and you're speaking it around people too, who are not really in that space of giving it. They don't care about you getting this, but they say they do, but you don't see it.
Okay, no worries. Okay, Debbie, thank you. She loves this bench, so sorry.
It's okay.
She might bug you a little bit.
It's
Okay,
okay.
no, that's his stuff.
Hi.
Oh, she's after your stuff. Yeah. It's time for you to go to daycare.
Hi.
Say hi. See? Time for you to go to daycare. She doesn't want to go this one.
No, you
Okay, I
don't wanna
don't
go
blame
back?
you either, right? All right, honey. Okay, well, bye.
Bye. Have a good one. So funny as we had the inner child energy come around, and I had the little girl over here, her babysitter. I am sitting at her favorite bench. There's a lot of purging going on too with the inner child too. God. That caregiver energy, where you're speaking it, where it's like you don't need nobody to take care of you. Okay? And it's not in an ignorant way, in an egotistical fashion. It's coming across very liberated, where you've seen what you've done, and now you're going to see what you're truly made of. Don't give up on what you feel, my unit. It's time to move it. It's time to move it. It's time to move it. Concern. And this is for my ones that are like, I would say, in your 30s, going into your 40s, if anything. There's still something to expect. Right? I know you're expecting something still. It's still there. But you have to move a certain way. You have to move this time. Maybe you literally have to move this time. But you have to move this time. Great fortune. This is how I move. This is how I move. This is why I live sweet moments like this. It comes from the way you move. Okay? Can't just get those sweet moments, right? Just sitting there. And from what it's not about what you're saying anymore, what you're doing in life. That's when they say, King and Queen come true. Move out the way. No lie, I have that energy. I come, people move. You see what I'm saying? It is what it is. Whether it's respectfully, whether it's they feel intimidated, whether my light is too bright, whether I disturb their demons, it amata. You see what I'm saying? Raise your vibration, my unit. And then, like I said, it doesn't just come from talking this shit. So get away from the ones that keep talking this shit. Unexpected income. Just talking out of their ass. But you talk it into existence. Big difference. Big difference. This is a simple, you said you were going to do it, move out the way. Expectation. I was expecting you to do it too, but guess what? I've learned now. The Cancer energy has kicked in, and I felt it, and I feel like, so I prepared myself, move out the way. Main female, this is how you become the one. Right? Unexpected income. And this isn't like, this is the gaslighting energy that will ask you at this time to do more. Do more. Right? And more shall come. Right? But this is what you know what you're gonna put your hard work towards. You know what you're gonna put your blood, sweat, and tears into. And like I said, the gaslighting energy out here that's telling you that this is a gift, this is the prize. In the material, you set up your perspective and your whole. This timeline is really giving you a chance to see the abundance in a different way. Right? So some look at abundance as unexpected income, as doing something to get the money to maybe move out, where another is going to see the liberating energy of maybe waiting a little bit to do this the way they feel to. And they're going to get the same outcome, right? But it's like, it's very interesting how I see this, because it's like it's being given to them later in time, but it's more abundant how it was obtained, right? We can all get the same thing, right? But it's how we obtain it, right? It's also when we obtain it too, right? If I know the same item is going to be there at a certain time, or it's not going to run out, I'm not going to be in a rush to be in a line with everybody to go get it, because I don't like crowds, right? It's kind of like that energy. You're done talking and dealing with the ones that are rushing there to wait in the line to get there, when you have a bit more patience for it. And know when I get there, right? And I see you in the front, and you wave to me, you say, come to the front, right? The Gemini, Libra energy that I'm seeing in here too, it's only fair. Like, I don't like those things, right? I feel like I'm cheating the line behind me that has waited, even if it's kind of like, somebody was waiting there, so that person's waiting. It's kind of like, to me, it's not the same. So I respectively like to go to the back of the line to let everybody still see that, like, unless there's a nice comfortable spirit that really moves me to the line, that makes me feel like it's okay, right? That's how weird I am. That's how respectfully I am for like certain things in space, and like all those things, like those things I care about, right? Those optics I do, right? VIP is VIP, right? I don't watch face, right? It's very important person, right? Let them in. I'm in line. You know what I'm saying? You want to get ahead? You do what you need to do, my unit. Get on the guest list. Connections, right? A plug. Well, all these networking energies, right, have to do with why you are where you are, or where you're where you see yourself going. And I can literally beat you up and talk down to you and everything. Like, I feel like this is what society likes. But I feel like we do that to ourselves enough. If I feel like giving you a slap up, I will. But at this time, I'm just trying to get you to keep it simple like a pimple and hear me when I say, like, they are not like us. So do yourself a favor and disconnect from the ones who just don't get it. And if your contracts are still set, make sure everybody knows you're not to be played with. And don't be funny with my money, honey. That's it.